Hi, welcome back to Claudia's Soap Kitchen YouTube. Today I am going to be making an Easter egg inspired soap. We all know those classic Easter egg kind of patterns with like the wiggly lines and the cool little pastel colours, so I thought I'd have a go at that. So today I'm going to be making 4 different colours. I've got my 4 colours here which I'm going to be separating out. I'm also going to be using this handy little tool. You're probably wondering, what is that? Well, my wonderful fiance actually 3D printed this for me, and I had an idea in mind, and he ran with it and made it. And the idea is, I've got my little cutout. Each slide comes out, so I hold it over my mould and I can pull back and I'll have the perfect lines for each layer. So I'm going to be adding my lye and my oils together here. I'm going to pour in my lye. My lye and my oils are mixed to room temperature. They've been allowed to cool to room temperature so that they'll blend nicely. There we go. Nice thin trace. A bit like loose custard, like I've said before. So the idea now is I'm going to separate this into 4 so I can add my colours. I'm not going to add my fragrance oil, which is my lavender essential oil, sorry. I'm not going to add that until I've got my 4 because I don't want my trace to accelerate or to seize or anything. A little bit of cinema magic. Whoa! And that's how movie magic works. Suddenly it became 4! Anyway, so I'm going to make these 4 different colours. I've got lots of different layers as well, so I'm going to put them in a certain order. So the first one I've got is blue-green. So I'm going to measure out how much, blend it up, make sure I get the right colour. I want those really nice pastel colours. I'm going to move that there because that's going to go everywhere. Perfect. So that's a nice kind of pastel green that I was looking for. So our next colour is going to be light red. So let's get this ready as well. So that goes to the side. Then it is my yellow. Now if that's not an Easter chick yellow, I don't know what is. Last colour, we are doing purple, which is actually called Flylider. Perfect. So we've got them all incorporated. We still need to add in our fragrance oil. I'm also going to be using this for my piping on top. I'm hoping that there will be enough to make a decent amount of 4 coloured piping on top, but we'll see how it works. Hopefully I've done my calculations right. So I actually have titanium dioxide just in case they weren't pastel enough, but I haven't actually had to use it. So I'm happy about that. But our next step is to start pouring it in the mould and then do that little drag, which is good. So let's start with our green. I'm going to move these to the side and let me get prepared. So I've got my first layer here, beautiful pastel green. It's thickened up a little bit, which is fine because we want to be able to pull through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand blend in my fragrance oil at each stage, like I said before, so that it doesn't accelerate or anything like that. And then, using this handy contraption, we'll start with the first layer, which is going to be the top wings coming out. And as you can see, it then pulls nicely along the bottom, which will leave a nice even layer. And then the next one will be the middle ones, and so on and so forth. But I'll show you as we go along. So, let's hand mix. And then just pour in roughly a quarter of my oil, my beautiful lavender. And then we're going to hand blend. Right, so we do the first pour, nice and thin along the bottom because it's quite a small first layer. go. So for this first layer, I'm going to tap it down so it goes into all the corners. Oh no, I made a mess. I'm not going to do that for the next layers, and the reason I'm not going to do it for the next layers is because if I tap it down, then all the nice clear lines will go. So let's see if this layer is deep enough first. So, wish us luck. Ooh, needs to be a little bit deeper, but that is working. Awesome. So I'm actually going to just put that to the side and add a little bit more. All right, take 2 with a little bit more soap in. Oops, little wings are out. So I start down here, I hold it firmly, and then I just draw back very slowly. You can see it starts to bunch up behind, but that's exactly what I want. And then when I get to here, I do like a little scoop. And we just take our spatula and we take off that little excess that's created here, and we're going to go over it a few times. So it's going to be a little bit messy to begin with, but we clear up the sides each time. So also my soap's not as thick as it's meant to be. That is fine, we are patient. So we go back in, and the best thing about this is because it is, the wings are set, it's always going to be uniform, so I don't have to worry about messing up my first drag. Well, that sounds a bit rude. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm so happy. Look at that. Oh, this thing's amazing. Oh, although it doesn't pull up real because it's got the little feathers in there. But that is absolutely fine because that's where my spatula comes in handy. So we just take off this little bit here, which is right, one last drag through, and then I think that will be ready to leave. Oh yeah, this is so satisfying. This is oddly satisfying. Yay. And that is our first layer. So, time for the pink layer. A beautiful pastel pink. And all mixed in, add my fragrance oil, oh sorry, essential oil. So I used to saying the word fragrance oil. But yes, adding in my lavender, which is beautiful. So I'm going to use my spatula to break the fall because I don't want to mess up these beautiful patterns, although this should be all set up now. Let's just do it. Getting messy in this hair. Getting messy in here. Whee! There we go. Oh, I was a bit worried that I was going to use it all up. There we go. Right into that corner, and then drag it back through again. So this layer's all set up now, which is brilliant. Now we're going to add in that yellow, that beautiful chick yellow. So I'm going to add in my fragrance oil again, essential oil again. And we're going to hand blend. Whoa. It's actually thinning it out a little bit, which is good. So these are the last ones that have been sitting for a while, so they do start to thicken up, but as long as you hand blend it, it should all like do its thing. And actually no, sorry, I'm going to use my spatula to, it's getting a bit thick now, but to pour it on top. Come on, my darling, you can do it! Come in! Dang, this is going to get thick. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. So, my last layer has thickened up quite a lot. I've got the rest of my lavender, I can go in there. And then we hand blend again. That does not sound cool. All right. So this is now going to go on top of our yellow layer. So again, I'm going to use my spatula. Keep it nice and liquidy. Well, not that liquidy, but as liquidy as we can. And now we pour. Oops. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Right, well let me go tidy this up and we'll get the frosting ready. So I've tidied up my soap. I've got all the top all like leveled out. Now we're going to scrape off the rest of the soap into here. So I'm hoping to get some sort of 4-coloured frosting on the top. We then have these really cute little bunny embeds. So I'm going to just try and get the most I can out of all of my pots. Obviously I'm going to have more of one colour than I am in others. But do you know what? It doesn't really matter because they're all going to merge anyway. So I'm not doing this with any like pattern in mind. They're thick enough that they'll hold their colour, so they won't like become horrible grey or something like that with all merging together. And I'm going to add some purple. I'm going to add some green. Oh, it's thick. Ah! Oh, it's going to go everywhere. I've said in my videos before, I am not a baker, so my piping technique is shocking. Let's put a little bit of yellow in there. Ugh. Come on. I tell you what, I love this yellow. It's so bright and vibrant. I have other yellows, but they always come out a bit more kind of sunshine, like sunny sunset, which is different to this one. So get every bit of soap you possibly can. Do not want waste, never want waste. Let's smell that. So I reckon that's as much as the yellow I can get. So I'm going to put that to the side. A bit more purple. Yeah. Yeah. And we're frosting. Oh, pants. I made a mess. Uh-oh. I gotta clean that up in a bit. I made a big bubble. And with the power of video, it's begun! Whoa! Haha. Last little bit. Green. Ugh. What green would you call this? I'd call it a pistachio green.
Mint.
Brilliant. So, now I put my stuff away. Alright, folks, we're back. So now I'm going to try and pipe this over my soap. It's always so greasy when I try it this way. Right. This is where it's all gonna go wrong. I can go there. Okay, I'm gonna hold my top. I've told this in the past, but I have actually forgotten to do this bit and it's gone everywhere. So I'm gonna just try a little bit out here to make sure it's actually coming out. Oh, it's so cute! And we're piping. So 3 big blobs. I'm gonna try and do a triangle effect. My hair gets in the way. Yeah, here. Ready? Ooh, that's interesting. It's an interesting colour. I should have used a bigger tip for this. That's what she said. It's quite full. I can't actually hold it very well. Life hack! So I made these bunnies, James made these bunnies out of melt and pour. They're not fragranced, they're not coloured or anything like that. I technically have enough for either side of the soap, but I think I might stick with one on the side of the soap. So now we need to decide where we're going to place them and how we're going to place them. So one on either side like this, or we could have one on either side and almost kissing. I think that might be too busy, so I think I'm going to stick with one on either side. And I think I'm just going to place them with their little feet in the side. Let's do it this way. I've marked out my soap, so I'm going to just sit them in there. They're quite big, so they might be a bit too heavy. I have to push them right in, but actually they're sitting quite nicely. Yeah. They look like they're eating the little bit on the top, which is like a marshmallow treat. So then the next one we go here. Oh, their little bottoms are resting on the side. Oh, that's cute. So now I spritz it all with alcohol, rubbing alcohol. This not only does it set the soap on the top so it starts to cure, but it also stops these little embeds getting what's called glycerin dew or sweating. So I'll spray that a couple of times over the next hour or so, get it from all angles, and then we will be back to cut this in about 48 hours. So thanks for watching. I hope you like the process. We'll be back in about 48 hours to cut this soap and see what it looks like on the inside. Please like, favourite and subscribe so that I can bring you more content like this. Also, feel free to add comments in the comment down below of something you'd like me to try, and I'll try and bring it to life if I can. So thank you for watching. Have a nice evening.